I'm joined by Dr. Brian Hooper, dear friend of mine, psychotherapist, pastoral counselor extraordinaire, and we are really excited to be able to create this content where we're going to go a little bit deeper in a concept that he introduced to us in previous episodes, and that is parenting oneself. It may not be what you think, but it's more than what you expect. Brian, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's always a pleasure. I always walk away from our conversations excited, stimulated, and curious. And I think those are good qualities.
Absolutely.
Tell us about this concept of parenting oneself and just at a high level. Just introduce us to this concept.
Absolutely. Well, what I've noticed in doing psychotherapy is that so often what people are really in need of is the voice of an inner parent to help them address their life issues. And it seems to me that there are a number of milestones in that process that somehow they did not internalize when they were growing up. So in other words, let me put it this way. If a parent does their job really well, then the child takes that and swallows it. And then it becomes alive in them, and they begin to do it for themselves. If they do a halfway decent job, then the growing child into an adult will do a halfway decent job of the same thing, but there may be parts of that that are missing. So a lot of what I do, although I don't seek to be a substitute parent, but I do seek to help introduce the skill set that they should have integrated growing up, and in many cases just didn't.
Yeah, that's interesting because I have always noticed that either people are unable or unwilling to execute things that they were never given. It's almost like you can only give what you were given.
Absolutely.
And so that's in line with what you are seeing clinically.
Absolutely.
Is helping them relearn, or maybe for the first time notice a void in a way that they were parented, which then helps them understand why maybe they have a struggle, which then gives them some kind of insight into how they can help themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And they may not even be aware of the idea that, gee, I should have gotten this from mom and dad and I didn't. And that's not my goal, is to bring awareness to that. My goal is to bring awareness to what the deficit of the skill is and then help them develop that.
And so you say that these pillars they begin with encouraging, rescuing, comforting, gently correcting, and then celebrating.